I'm going to show you how to remove negative items from your credit report, from collections to charge-offs, repossessions, foreclosures, anything on your report that you need to get removed. We're going to look at that right now. Okay, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and we're going to go start with collections. Okay, and I am recording my screen on my phone, so I apologize if it's a little bit blurry. The first thing you can say is this account is unknown. Why would you do that? Let me explain it to you. You want to place the burden of proof on the bureaus and collectors. You want to say, I don't know what this is. Give me proof. Give me my signature, something that verifies this account. Remove for unknown collection, for third-party collections. This is for medical accounts. This is going to be for your utility accounts, apartments, so on and so forth. Do not use this for portfolio recovery, Midland, so on and so forth. You understand and know the difference between a debt buyer and a third-party collection. Now your next round can say, did you verify this? I notified you that this account is unknown. How did you verify this without documentation? If you had the documentation, you would have given it to me. Now, method of collection verification. What was your verification? Very straightforward. Proof of collection validation. Furnish immediately the signed contract or remove this account. So as you can see, these are very straightforward, but these are the dispute reasons and the way that you can progress. That's why it's called dispute progression, from one thing to another. Now, if you don't have collections, if you have late payments, you have bankruptcies, whatever, stay here with me. We are going to get to that, okay? Now you can say that the collector did not verify, right? The collector did not validate. They did not send anything, because if they had, you would have furnished the documentation. Again, then possibly you could use section 609, and if it doesn't come off by then, now you need to go factual. What is factual? Use information from your credit report, dates, balances, to remove the negative item. In the event of a collection, you can go after date last active. Now let's move over to charge-offs. And I'm gonna, sorry, my hand just went in front of, we're gonna do charge-offs. Date of last activity. You need to remove this account because there's 3 different dates under the date last active. Remove immediately. How is this account accurate? Date of last activity shows 3 different dates. And that was supposed to be date of last payment. We start with date last active, then go to date last paid. Now you can go method of verification. Your letter is going to state method of verification, and then your reason is going to be factual. Proof of validation, you can use this in your paragraph. In the dispute reason, use factual. Failure to enter the required notice of dispute, different dates, different balances, payment history. When you're seeing proof of validation, method of verification, that is not the reason. That goes in your couple of sentences at the top of your letter. Late payments after charge-off. This is a big one. If you did not pay the account, you are going to see that they report charge-off, and they should not be doing that. Remove immediately due to the fact that there are late payments after the close date. Violation for continued reporting of late payments after charge-off. You're in violation by continuing to report this unverified and inaccurate account. Then you can go after date of status, date last reported. Date of status shows that you didn't investigate this account. Remove immediately, because if they had the date last reported, the date of status would have changed to be when they verified the account. Proof of investigation, independent investigation. If you go back to Cushman versus TransUnion from 1997, congressional opinion was that the bureaus have to go beyond the original source of information to ascertain the account is correct, doing an independent investigation. Send proof you did an independent investigation, otherwise remove this account. Monthly payment on a closed account should not be there. How is there a monthly payment reported on a closed account? Balance, wrong past due. Now let's go over to late payments. I was never late. You didn't verify the late payment. How did you verify the late payment? If you did, then you would have bank records or transaction proof, and you don't. Unless you send me the bank records and transactions that would prove when I paid or did not pay on time, then guess what? You need to remove this late payment from my credit report, okay? Proof of investigation, method of verification, proof of validation. Now let's go to bankruptcy. Court name, filing date, method of bankruptcy verification, proof, copy of petition, failure to verify, correct, or remove. Due to the fact that you failed to verify, correct, or remove, per FCRA regulations and requirements, you need to remove this account immediately. And yes, there is a car going past. Section 603, I did not provide my permission for this account to report on my credit file pursuant to section 603. You need to remove this immediately. Now, let's go over to judgments and tax liens. Filing date inconsistency. I remove all tax liens. and judgments, mostly with this one reason: failure to provide documentation, proof of judgment investigation. Let's go over to identity theft. Not mine. Prove it's mine. Where's the documentation to prove it's mine? Dispute directly with them using the 623 dispute. Go over CFPB, AG, BBB, and FTC complaints, proof of investigation, verification, validation for identity theft, and violation for failure to do all of those. And lastly, we have inquiries. All right. Unknown inquiry, proof of signature, they're not going to have it, proof of inquiry verification, creditor inquiry dispute, bureau, creditor didn't validate, proof of validation, and illegal inquiries, continuing to report the inquiry in violation of my right to remove immediately, and then CFPB, AG, BBB complaints, you can use section 604. So if you want to see this yourself and go through this, I'm going to post a link, at least I believe I'm going to, down in the description. But as far as this goes, this was the dispute progression for dispute reasons for factual-based disputes to remove anything from your credit report: collections, closures, possessions, bankruptcy, collections, so on and so forth. And guess what? This is using the credit sweep factual-based dispute method, all right? It's about finding facts on the credit report and leveraging them to get results, all right? So anyways, I hope you have a great day. If you need me, post it down in the comments. If you want to see if I can take over your file and do it for you, then head over to my740.com, schedule a call with me, and I will see if I can help. But that is it for today, my little talking head video. I'm going to see you later, and that's it. Bye.